Hi guys, this is Jaslin. Right now we are in the airport in Taichung. Been traveling lately for quite a while. Was back yesterday to the Philippines, and then now we are in Taichung itself, coming for a Chinese New Year greeting to our manufacturer. But I just want to make sure that we still have the FaceTime so that you guys do not miss out anything that we're going to share with you since the last week that we touched base. So last week we were talking very much about a hearty heart and how to remain having a hearty heart so that you actually have a healthy heart, that you do not be prone for any blood issues or stroke or cholesterol. Today we're going to touch on what I've been sharing for the last 1 week about 23 hours versus the 1 hour. So what do you really do that 1 hour? Many of the time when we want to keep our body fit, we will definitely go for a workout. Nowadays, gyms membership has been going up in the trend because people think that that 1 hour workout will do a lot magic to their body, to their physics, and to their six-pack. And for the ladies, for getting ready for summer, I guess this is something that people has been looking forward to. But we have been talking about the next 23 hours. What exactly do you do for the next 23 hours? I think that is really more important because that 23 hours determine what you put in your mouth, what you do. You should actually be resting, but you are actually on the computer playing games, at 12 a.m. midnight, or you should be resting already by 10:30 at night, but you are still out partying outside and probably still feasting around at 11 p.m. So today I have with me my partner, my life partner, that he's going to share more about the fact on the 1 hour workout and how much he has put in his effort to work out every day just to attain that kind of health. At the same time, what does that balance of the 23 hours makes the difference? So without further ado, let me show you around. We are right here in Taichung, Taiwan Airport. So you've been hearing the plugging and the pagering of passenger. And hi. Okay, let me invite none other than Jaslin. All right. Okay, go ahead.
Hi everyone. Greetings all the way from Taipei, Taoyuan Airport. So today Jaslin asked me to share a little about working out. Well, my own journey started when I was looking in the mirror a few years ago. I hit 40 and I looked like a balloon, right? So although healthy, but that image was not something I wanted to settle for. So here at Simply Nature, we really believe healthy is sexy. So we want to be healthy in a sexy way. I think even for a guy, that's what we really, really want in our heart. We always want to be attractive. We want to look magnetic. Because I think it's great that we want to put our best foot forward. So, okay, then what I did was I got a personal instructor, hit the gym. I still remember when I first worked out, I worked out so hard. I literally almost fainted, I remember coming up home after the workout, and because we worked in we have a gym where we stay in our apartment, so we just got the coach to come in. I almost fainted by the time I reached my house, and there I was almost collapsing, and I was sitting down at our living room, and I was seeing my wife in the kitchen. And all I knew was that I was about to faint. So I thought, wow, so this is what it feels like to go when your loved one is so close to you. But of course, I managed to get Jess' attention, and I told her, I need something sweet. So she gave me a gummy bear. And within, I think, 5 to 10 minutes, everything went back to normal. I felt alive again. I didn't feel fainting. And at that moment, it really dawned upon me, a simple thing as a gummy bear could make so much difference. Then I really realized nutrition was a really important part of working out. So my tip for you is, my mantra every time I walk around, every time I see the food that I like to eat, I have a mantra. I say to myself, I fuel my body with food. So every time I think about eating, this thing comes to my mind. food is my fuel, and I fuel my body with what I put in. So to me, you can easily, when you run on a treadmill for half an hour at about 10 kilometers per hour, you only burn about 200 calories, a little bit more than 200 calories. If you realize that's the same calories as we're in Taiwan, so there's a very, very famous pineapple tart called, from the company called Jiade. But one Jiade pineapple tart is 240 calories. So you can imagine, one pineapple tart, you have to run on the treadmill for half an hour. So it really hit me that what you put in is losing weight, getting that six pack, getting that body that you'll be proud of. It's about what you put into your mouth and what you feed yourself. You can work out like crazy, you can raise your metabolic rate, but still you can't exercise your way to a six pack. You really have to watch what you eat. You really have to be mindful of that. So for me, the tip that I can give you is, be conscious of what you put in. I still love my chocolates. I tell my wife, sometimes when we go out to eat, she says, why aren't you eating your rice? That's because I actually have a calorie budget. So I know I can only take about 1,500 to 2,000 calories. I choose what I eat. I make sure I enjoy my food. So the trend is now for ketonic diets. So that means really cutting out carbs, cut out as much carbo as possible, and it's great. I have friends, family that has joined me on this journey. Just a few days ago, my friend was just sharing with me how his workmate lost 6 kilograms in 1 month, and all she did was cut out carbo. So do a little bit more research on ketones, ketonic diets. Basically, you're cutting out your pasta, your bread, everything that has carbohydrates. All right, and you kind of avoid carbohydrates anyway. If you go to the hawker center or you go to a restaurant, the moment you eat a breaded chicken chop, all right, chicken steak, you get your carbs there. So what you have to be mindful about if you really want to slim down is to manage your carbohydrate intake. And I guess many people ask me, how does it really work? So today I'm going to share with you a concept. How come you can't burn off that fat even though you're exercising so much? I know friends that run 5-10 kilometers a day, and still they don't seem to be able to lose the weight that they want. Well, let me give you some insight to how this ketone diet works. I'll give you the simple basic fundamentals so that when you make your choices, you can really keep this mantra in your head. I fuel my body, all right? Food is fuel for my body. Okay, let's go to the basics. Just want you to understand that fat can be stored, but sugar cannot. In other words, if you understand it simply, sugar is perishable, and fats is something that you can store long term. So if you have two choices, right, today in your kitchen, if you have something that will be perishable in, let's say, 2 hours, and you have something that can be kept, like a canned food, which one would you eat first? Definitely you go for the perishable, right? Because the canned food could be stored. Now, your body works the same way, all right? Sugar from carbohydrates cannot really be stored. Only fats can be stored. So what would your body do? It will always burn the carbohydrates first. All right, and if you keep taking carbohydrates, your body doesn't burn the fat. It will it will take its energy source from the perishable carbohydrates first. And that's why, you could be running on the treadmill, you can be doing so much exercise, and still that tire around your tummy, it doesn't disappear. Or for ladies, it's at your thighs, right? Why? Because as long as you're taking in carbohydrates, your body doesn't burn the fat. All right. So what you can do is that, imagine if you limit or you cut down your carbohydrate intake, what you're going to do is that the body, when you exercise, your body is at a deficit. All right, it's at a deficit for its calorie needs. So it's got to burn energy. Now there's no more carbohydrates to burn, no more sugar to burn in the body. It starts to turn towards your fats, and that's when you really start to burn fats and start to slim down. And for those of us everyone out there who's going to gym, making a healthy choice about what you eat, I just want to remind you, don't look at the weighing scale only, because especially for those who are going to the gym, while you're exercising, you're building muscle. So muscle is heavier than fat. So you could be losing only half a kilo or 1 kilo, but you could be losing inches of your waistline. All right. So don't just look at the scale. Check your pants, check your waistline. You may be staying at the same weight, but your waistline may be going down. So that's my tip for today. I hope that simple explanation helps you understand what's the rave about these ketones, ketonic diet, and how does it work. Right? So what happens is once you cut carbo for about 3 days, the body switches the way it burns energy and that's where ketones comes in. All right. So once you get onto that switch in how the body gets its energy, you will start to lose fat, and you get that trim body that you really want. All right. So I hope that helps. We'll have more such live casts, and I'll share with you the tips that I've gone on this personal journey. My wife, opposite, she has that natural metabolic rate, right? So not everyone is as lucky as her. For me, I have to work on it. But I just want to encourage you, you can eat the things that you love, all right? I love steak, I do love chocolate, she's frowning right now, so I get only to eat dark chocolate, but I still get to enjoy my food. And you can look good, and remember, healthy is sexy, so don't just go for low blood cholesterol levels in your next reading, all right? We can do more. Okay, we can look young, we can be vibrant, and we can be sexy. All right.
All right. Thank you, Shan, for his sharing today. So to summarize the tips for this coming summer, that you're going to achieve your sexy and your six pack. The last 1 week I've been posting on like anyone can work out 1 hour, but to control what goes on our plate, the balance of 23 hours is a tough work. So as Shan had shared, it's so important that what we put in our body is more critical, because this is exactly what we are trying to avoid, and make sure that whatever we eat is to fuel ourselves so that we are strong and we are healthy and we are not prone to any disease or any sicknesses that will come by. So that 23 hours is really a tough work. I mean, it's a mental work, because you must be determined to avoid putting the wrong things into your body, and especially very delicious stuff. Whether you are in the Philippines or later we're traveling throughout the whole Taiwan, we're going to eat a lot of food as our friends is going to host us, they're going to feed us, so we have to be very cautious of what we feed our body. Make sure it's fuel to your body and not something that is going to slow down your metabolism rate. So it's very important that we remember that. And he mentioned a little about the things to avoid, like carbs. It's going to inhibit your strength and your metabolism rate. So avoid carbo, avoid sugar. These are the things that are currently a hassle and going to cause us a lot of health issue in the future. So do take note. So that's all the tips for today. Yes, the 1 hour workout is fantastic. You should continue to do that, all right? I'm not saying that you stop working out, but I guess the next 23 hours, and it's going to determine your overall health, as well as not only the food that you put in your body. I guess it's also about the water that you drink, the kind of rest that you should have, especially the moment you hit on the bed, you should be ready sleeping and not playing with your cell phone and games, and you should rest. All right. So the next 23 hours, think about what we're going to do the next 23 hours. Eat right, stay healthy, sleep early, and do things that you enjoy, all right? So thank you for today. Thank you for listening. I hope to come back to you in a week's time. We have more to share, so that whoever hears us will understand that simply nature, healthy is sexy. All right, bye.